Hey everyone, welcome back to Roanne's Project. Today, we will recap the drama romance film, Killing Me Softly, filmed in 2002, starring Heather Graham and Joseph Fiennes. The film begins with a dramatic scene of climbers on a mountain, suddenly losing their footing and plummeting down the steep slope. The story then shifts to Alice, an American woman residing in London with her longtime boyfriend. Despite having a stable life, Alice's relationship with her mother is distant, and she has never met her father. After 7 years in a monotonous relationship, Alice feels that her life lacks excitement and passion. One day, as she walks to work, she inadvertently touches a man's hand while pressing the button at a crosswalk. The man is tall, handsome, and intriguing. Though they don't exchange words, Alice is immediately drawn to him. The man heads to a bookstore, while Alice continues to her office, but she can't shake him from her thoughts. From her workplace, she catches a glimpse of him and decides to follow him during her lunch break. Alice trails the man to the bookstore and eventually catches his attention. There's an undeniable spark between them, and when he hails a taxi, she impulsively joins him. They drive to his place, where they quickly become intimate. Afterward, Alice is consumed with guilt for betraying her boyfriend, yet she finds it impossible to forget about the mysterious man. The next day, Alice returns to the bookstore and stumbles upon a book that reveals details about the man's life. She learns that his name is Adam and that he survived a deadly climbing accident, saving 6 lives in the process. This heroic act made him a celebrated figure, and a book was published about his life. Intrigued, Alice purchases the book and reads it eagerly. Soon after, Alice visits Adam at his home. They spend time together, and their relationship deepens as they become intimate again. Curious about the mountain accident, Alice asks Adam about it. He admits that he doesn't fully understand what happened, as everything seemed fine before the tragedy struck. He also reveals that he still suffers from nightmares about the event, and that his girlfriend was one of the victims. When Adam becomes upset, Alice comforts him and decides to stay with him. Returning to her apartment, Alice breaks up with her boyfriend and heads to Adam's house. However, she is surprised when a strange woman answers the door. Fearing that Adam may have another girlfriend, Alice is relieved when the woman introduces herself as Deborah, Adam's sister, and explains that it is her house. Alice asks for Adam's address, and after waiting for him on a nearby bench, they reunite and become intimate once more. The following morning, a journalist named Joanna arrives to interview Adam, making Alice uneasy. Later, Alice visits Adam at his training center, where she meets Deborah again. Deborah suggests that Alice try climbing, but Adam, showing a lack of trust in his sister, insists on handling the safety equipment himself. Despite the tension, Alice and Adam are content in their relationship. One day, Alice confides in a friend about her affair with Adam. Her friend, shocked that Alice would end her long-term relationship for someone new, questions whether Alice truly loves Adam or is merely infatuated. She warns Alice that the relationship may not last, but Alice dismisses her concerns. As they go shopping, a thief snatches Alice's handbag, prompting Adam to chase him down and brutally beat him. Alice's friend is horrified by Adam's violent temper, but in the midst of the chaos, Adam proposes to Alice, and she accepts. Before we continue, may I please request for your help to grow my channel? Please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be informed whenever I upload new videos. Let's get back to our recap. The next morning, Alice receives an anonymous letter questioning why she is rushing into marriage with a man she barely knows. When she shows the letter to Adam, he advises her to ignore it and trust him. They proceed to get married in a small church, after which Adam takes Alice to his childhood town and shows her his favorite places. During their honeymoon, Alice receives another ominous letter, warning that marrying Adam was a mistake. Believing her ex-boyfriend is behind the letters, Alice calls him, only to discover that he is now dating her friend. As doubts about Adam begin to surface, Alice attends a party where she receives a necklace from Deborah. A few days later, Joanna contacts Alice, informing her that a woman came forward after the interview, accusing Adam of molesting her years ago. Shocked and disturbed, Alice meets the woman, who recounts how Adam assaulted her after a party. The woman insists that despite Adam's reputation as a hero, he is a dangerous man. Troubled by what she has learned, Alice begins to question Adam's character. Her suspicions are heightened when she discovers letters from Adam's ex-girlfriend, Adele, hidden in a closet. One of the letters indicates that Adele wanted to leave Adam because of his strange behavior. When Adam returns home, Alice quickly hides the letters, but Adam senses something is wrong. Later, Alice finds that the closet key has been taken, raising her suspicions further. Alice then receives a package containing her honeymoon dress, with a note asking if she still trusts Adam. Convinced that Adele is the one sending the letters, Alice visits Adele's mother, who reveals that Adele has been missing for 8 months. Alice spots Adam in a group photo with Adele, realizing they were once close friends. In another photo, Adele poses with a statue similar to the one Adam photographed Alice by during their honeymoon. Convinced that Adam may have murdered Adele, Alice confronts him. Adam admits to having an affair with Adele but denies any involvement in her disappearance. Distraught, Alice makes an excuse to leave the house and heads to the police, but they dismiss her claims due to lack of evidence. When Adam arrives at the station, he desperately looked for his wife and asked the police to help him find her. Desperate, Alice turns to Deborah for help, who reveals her own suspicions about Adam's involvement in the mountain accident. Deborah suggests that Adam may have deliberately caused the accident to eliminate his lover. Believing that Adele's body is buried under the statue, Alice and Deborah drive to the site and start digging. To their horror, they uncover Adele's body, along with a necklace identical to the one Deborah gave Alice. Realizing that Deborah, not Adam, is the killer, Alice confronts her. Deborah confesses to murdering Adele and causing the mountain accident because of her obsessive love for Adam, believing no one else deserves him. As Deborah attacks Alice, Adam arrives and intervenes, admitting that he always suspected Deborah was responsible for the deaths. Enraged, Deborah turns on Adam, but Alice shoots her with a flare gun, killing her instantly. The police arrive and arrest Adam, separating him from Alice. 2 years later, Alice spots Adam at the airport but chooses not to approach him. She reflects on how different her life might have been if she hadn't met him that fateful day. That wraps up our recap of Killing Me Softly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the film and if there are any other movies you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.